bad. My phone went off. But, yeah. So, giving some background knowledge. Last year, we had a lot of Pistons fans, a lot of content creators out here pushing this narrative. Killian Hayes needs to be starting point guard. K turns over the ball too much. Killian Hayes needs to be the starting point guard. As if Killian's shown something to be a starting point guard in this league. I don't know, but we had guys just overselling Killian and talking about, wait, let him grow. He's young. Okay, that's exactly why he got moved to the bench, where you develop at and where you grow into your role at. You draft a guy in the first round, top 10 lottery, they need to be ready to contribute in the starting lineup right away, in my opinion. What's the point? What's the point of taking them that high? Now, bad. We end up lucking up, first pick of the draft. We get Kay Cunningham. Kay, once he got settled in, it was clear to see he needs to be the point guard, the starting point guard. And if you watch this documentary, he talked about how his brother explained, I've trained him to be a point guard, he said we went to the doctor, realized he wasn't going to grow to be 6'9", how his brother is, 6'9", how his brother is. He's going to be a lot shorter, about 6'6". His brother didn't have that extreme athleticism how his brother had, and said, you know what, he's going to be, by his game and the way he plays, he's going to be a great point guard, and start switching him like he can be a 6'6" big point guard, different. His brother and his trainer, Ashton, that's the reason K's in the league. K put in the work, but they had a vision for that man, and that's why he's here. So to try to switch up K's role and say, oh, he shouldn't be the point guard, or let Killian run the point guard, was just crazy to me. And it's why we were in a limbo land, and things didn't look good until Killian went to the bench. Dwayne Casey had a leave of absence, and he got his little chill pill. And then K started handling the ball and having us in every game damn near, which was great. But we still have more to tinker with our offense. Still more to tinker. One big thing to me, and why I don't want to get so hung up on guys like Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, is we lack elite athleticism. We were lacking elite athleticism. Off the bounce, off the dribble athleticism. And that was a big thing. And that's why I wanted Jaden Ivey so bad. We had some guys, some content creators out there, Keegan Murray. Jaden Ivey's weak. He's not good. He's not better than Keegan Murray. Jaden Ivey ain't this. Jaden Ivey, man. Jaden Ivey, you can't teach athleticism. You just can't teach athleticism, man. You cannot teach it. And the thing about it, and I'm gonna give this some more perspective, man. A guy like me, man, I played basketball my whole life. Never been the biggest person out there on the court, but I was always the fastest. Always can get to where I wanted to get. And when you can do that, man, the game slows down for you. Everything changes for you. And that's why I said we get Jaden Ivey. He's looking like he can go out there and go wherever he wants. Look at John Morant. He's like, I'm going to go wherever I want. I'm just faster than you. I can just jump higher than you. You can't stop me off this. So it's my athleticism. So now it's just polishing up his game, which he's done a lot of. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Over the course of time, you put in the work on your skill set, and you polish your game up. Man. Your shot, your ball handling, you just polish that up. But athleticism, you cannot teach those things. So bringing it back, when we was talking about Killian Hayes, man, Killian Hayes just ain't had it, man. If Killian Hayes, I'm gonna tell you this: if Killian Hayes was drafted the back of the first round or the second round, I would have no problem with him. If Killian Hayes was playing a role like Saban Lee was on the team, we'll have no problem. Developmental role. And I believe Killian Hayes is going to be good. But he's still taking a while to get there. Meanwhile, we're in the top of the draft. We done got Cade Cunningham. Now we got Jaden Ivey. These guys is ready to play and ready to ball. They're ready to produce now. Start now. So we can't get too hung up on this developmental stuff because, bang, like that, Killian becomes a trade chip, and as well as some other players. If they not showing any significant growth or being able to carry a significant amount of weight. Now, with the Cade and Jaden Ivey thing, this is my thing. I didn't want Killian being the point guard with Cade being the shooting guard. Nah, that wasn't going to work. But with Jaden Ivey, it will work. Cade can move to the 2 with Jaden Ivey because Jaden Ivey has a faster point of attack. You notice most of Cade's turnovers come when he's trying to initiate the offense and he's just taking his time slowly, prodding his way, trying to do an entry pass, and they just telegraph it like, And then a lot of times, if you pay attention, I'm looking at him, I'm like, Cade, you should be able to take this man off the bounce and just go to the hole. Why you just take your time back and forth, rocking back and forth, and you can't just one-step pass? I don't know if it's the extra weight that he put on, or if he just wasn't feeling it, or wasn't ready, still getting that game speed lit, whatever up under him. But some of these guys that's on Cade, it's just like, okay, I know you can post them up, but you should be able to just blow by them and get this offense flowing. But because of the lack of elite athleticism, it's hard for him to do that. Entry passes to undersized Isaiah Stewart. That's getting stolen. It's telegraphed the whole time. Now, switch it up. You got Jaden Ivey running that point. Jaden Ivey, he's going to take whoever off the bounce and get into the lane and figure it out from there. That's what today's point guards are doing, and that's what you want in today's point guards. Not saying that Cade can't run the point, but if you're going to say Cade slide over anywhere for somebody else to run the point, it's for that guy that can do whatever, get wherever he wants to get on the court. I'm not saying he's as polished as Cade. I'm not saying he's the closer. I'm not saying that he's, this, that, and the third. But what I am saying is he can blow past his defender and keep the defense on their heels enough. And he's going to continue to get better enough to where now our offense can click faster and move faster. Bang, bang, bang. And this is another thing, going over to the 4 spot. We got Bogdan out there. He's a shooter. We move Cade to the 2 guard. I think we should play Livers at the 4 and Durant at the center, because Livers is showing way more athleticism than Saddiq Bey. He has a great looking shot. He just ain't getting the opportunity out there to just chuck him how he needs to. And he's trying to be a dog on the defensive end. I'm looking at Livers and I'm like, okay, this boy got some athleticism to him. It's sneaky athleticism to him. And he's just out there catch, shoot. He knows how to play within himself. So now that gives more space for Cade and Ivey to operate and find Bogey or Livers as shooters, and then live threat Durant. See, the thing about Saddiq Bey is he can't make up his mind of, okay, does he want to attack the basket or does he want to shoot? And then when he does attack the basket, he's not fast enough to be attacking the basket like that. When we were looking at like last year, when we just got him, and it's either Saddiq Bey, after Jeremy Grant left, it was Saddiq Bey or Cade attacking the basket, and Saddiq Bey just wasn't fast enough just getting into the hole on the attack. He's strong. He'll get down there and throw some body with you. He'll get down there and body with you, but he just wasn't fast enough to just boom off the dribble. I'm in there. So what happened is defenses were Cade passing the ball, defense just relaxing, and they able to set up on Bey, and now he's kind of got to play bully ball to get himself in there in the lane. It slows down, bogs down the offense. But I'm The only reason I would play Livers over Bay is because I like the athleticism and the willingness on defense. Sometimes Sadiq Bay he might keep a body in front of you, but he ain't blocking no shots. He's not blocking no shots. He's not getting down there and trying to get no steals and able to shoot through passing lanes like that. The way Livers is looking. But, we'll give Bay more time. But I believe Livers is coming for it. And Bay needs to move over to that 4. And Livers is coming for that spot. Stu, he's undersized, man. He's undersized. Now, if we want to play big at the 4, I'll pitch Stu at the 4. Solid. That's his position. Pick and pop 4. Shooter. Pick and pop 4. Maybe you put it on the floor a little bit and try to get to the hole as he continues to work on his game. But he's an under the basket player. He's not an above the rim player. He's the same size as Bam Adebayo, but Bam Adebayo has athleticism. That's why I can play him at 6'8", 6'9" center. Stu ain't got that athleticism. So he's not a 6'8", 6'9" center. He's just not. So we got to cut the BS out, man. We got to realize what's what. We got some decisions to make on some of these guys because there is some never-before-seen talent coming into this league in the next couple of years. There's moves to be made. I'm looking at lineups where I'm like, okay, Ivy point, K 2, Bojan 3, Livers 4, Durant center, or Sadiq 4 or Stu 4, depending. You know what I'm saying? I love Sadiq. I love Stu. But I think what it's really going to boil down to is coaching and putting them in the right positions and telling them, like, hey, okay, now when we have another ball handler like Ivy that can attack and do what he does, okay, we don't necessarily need you right now, Sadiq, to try to go create an offense. We just need you to, catch and shoot, clean up. We need you guys to be these shooters. Cade and Ivy going to attack him and pick apart the defense and look for you guys to be on the wing to shoot. Whether it's Bogey and Bay or Livers Bay or Bogey Livers, whatever, or you throw Stu in there. But Stu ain't the center. The center is going to be Durant or Noel. Or Bagley can be center. But Bagley ain't nothing on defense, but he's just a lob threat. You know what I'm saying? Bagley can be that second, third center just coming in lob threat. Get some dunks, some hoops from Killian, and let's go. But yeah, these are just my opinions on the way we should be moving offensively, defensively, what things are looking like in the future. Keep being real, having a real perspective. Not love Troy Weaver, love the team that we have. I believe we got great talent. We can work with the talent. But at the same time, if we can get better, we got to get better. If we got some trade chips where we can, possibly move this player, to get better and fill out our roster in a better way, we do that. But, this season coming up, we're going to be looking at a lot of players, man. It's a lot of players that we're going to be looking at. We're looking at a lot of stuff right now, man.